Stay. What's going on, people? Welcome back to the Nerd Crate to a new movie review. Today, Richard Stanley's glorious return, The Color Out of Space, fresh off H.P. Lovecraft's, well, fresh, he wrote it in 1927, book, and in its Ultimate Edition by Koch Media. Beautiful box, beautiful box. I was at first like, super costly, do you even order it? And I did. I wanted to have it and I didn't regret it. That's actually the first movie I rented in a long while from Amazon. I just wanted to see it. I heard back last year, I don't know, summer or something, that Nick Cage is doing a new movie. If you wonder about my posture, it topples over very, very easy. I heard that Nicolas Cage is doing a new movie and we had like this weirdest picture of his back turned to the camera, you know, where he's like leaning on his car. To the left we see the house with eerie and weird purple magenta-ish vegetation and a purple forest. And everybody was like, what the hell is that supposed to be? And in the second news bit, I believe a few weeks later, we had like, yeah, it's a new Richard Stanley movie and it's for H.P. Lovecraft, The Color Out of Space. Cool, I was instantly hooked. First, Richard Stanley, he didn't do anything since The Iron Doctor Removal. And second, Nicolas Cage. Hooked, just hooked. So I rented it when it was out. I watched it, I loved it. And now I got the box. But before we get to the box, spoilers. I'm talking about the movie a bit now, just so you know. For those people that don't stress it, you're welcome to stay. For those that hate spoilers but are hooked by this already and my talking about H.P. Lovecraft, skip ahead a little bit, you will find the timestamp down below. So this is a huge indicator of what is actually going on. Just in short, this movie is crazy. We are introduced to Lavinia Gardner and she's doing some sort of Wiccan ceremony on or at the lake, and there's also this hydrologist that is entering the vicinity and she's not too happy about that. Nevertheless, we're soon introduced to the Gardner's rest of the family, with Nathan being played by Nicolas Cage, and we learn that the wife, played by Jolie Richardson, was cured of cancer, breast cancer that is, and the little ceremony Lavinia was actually holding by the lake was for her mother to stay cancer-free. So it's all a little bit eerie already, you know. They left the city, they went out to Arkham in Massachusetts. That's the fictional town done or thought up by H.P. Lovecraft. And he took up farming with alpacas for the milk and different vegetables. And then the meteor strikes. A weird meteor just at the night, 6 months after she had her breast cancer removed, and they actually said, okay, we need to get our marriage in gear and try to have a little action. And then it's all blasted in pink, magenta, purplish tones and the meteor comes crashing down. And this is where the problems come in, because this meteor is infused with a life form from out of space that is only, I don't know, it's only being able to be seen, made sense of in a purplish color in this vision. And it starts to distort time, space, matter around the farm, but in different versions or in different kinds. You know, the father is starting to lose it, the mother is starting to lose it, she cuts her fingers off. The smallest son, the smallest child, the smallest son is talking to the being in the well. The water is getting an oily sheen. So, and the alpacas, which of course are eating all the vegetables and taking in the groundwater because the meteor seeps into the groundwater, are starting to become merged into one entity, which is also having one or two cast members, you want to say. But I don't want to spoil you any further. This was pretty much half the movie. Everything else, and there's a lot of it, you check out in here in the movie if you should buy it. There are multiple versions out there. You have this Ultimate Edition, and you have media books in different covers. I didn't stress to Google any of those. I know they're around and they have beautiful covers, but that's what there is. And we're gonna look at this. There's a lot in here. There's a lot in here. And what is all in here? We're gonna check in the back, because you saw this thing is huge, and maybe, and I don't want to stress it, too huge for this view. So this thing was very well packaged, and when we say very well, we mean very well, because look at this effect. Isn't this beautiful? Like, we have this partially varnished, and it seems like emitting this color all over, and it actually reacts with different colors. So when I watched the movie yesterday, I recorded this a few days prior, this actually like captured the light of my little light in the living room and emitted it in this multi-layered varnished cover. It was beautiful. I can't really describe it any better. So on the front we got this, on the top we got this side. You see, it won't fit anywhere. And on the back we have the alpaca here. So it's all in style, very, very nicely. Beautiful box. So when we unwrap it, we have all of this showing us what is in here. We have the bonus material for the Ultimate Edition with a 104-page original reprint of Amazing Stories, where the story by H.P. Lovecraft was first released in it. 12-page booklet. Soundtrack disc by Colin Stetson, 2 A1 cinema posters, and 6 retro cinema photos. Then we got the bonus movie Die Monster Die, Das Grauen auf Schloss Whitley from 1965. One thing that's amazing, the next bonus movie is The Curse from 1987. Also, and The Color, Die Farbe, from 2010. With more extras in these movies and a bonus Blu-ray with all of these features. Color of Space featurettes, world premiere, interviews with cast and crew, Richard Stanley's The Movie That Made Me. So much. This is a lot. So this is a nice piece, and I actually kept it in here. And that is inside the booklet, because when we open this up, this is what we first see. And we have in here that little cloth thingy that helps out pull everything out safely. So we have this pretty much displayed. This is better. So I had this in the back of this booklet here that fitted nicely. So we have the 12-page booklet here with the super nightmarish colored alpaca with all the information and a lot of screen grabs. It's all in German. I'm not reading you anything, and I'm not translating this, but we see some of the beautiful makeup work here done on Jolie Richardson. 1 Story, 5 movies. Tommy Chong here. Shout out to Tommy Chong. So there's a lot of it in here. A lot of stuff to read. I still need to read this. Beautiful, I love that. Next we have the Amazing Stories reprint. Stories by H.G. Wells, Otis Albert Klein, and Miles J. Brewer. It's printed to perfection, which is even a little bit of a problem, but I mean, it's a reprint. So the only thing I would have done is maybe made it a little bit more yellow, you know, to look at old. But otherwise, you can read everything to perfection. All the prints in here are great, and it's a lot. It's a full reprint of this, and I think even the advertisement on the back. Beautiful. Next up we got the cinema photos, and these are done amazing. Full gloss with excellent screen grabs and or photos of the cast. So I believe there's nothing I can pretty much say to this. I think this is going all out. This is the absolute way to make a movie. So I'm not putting those anywhere, but if you want to frame it, you can sure do. Next we got the huge poster by Matt Taylor. Matt Taylor draws on Instagram, which is amazing, like super psychedelic of the whole thing that's actually happening. I'm only showing you one half here, Nicolas Cage on top. This is how it looks here. And when you take that piece, excuse me, and put it around, you have the title here with the full credits. So A1 is quite the format, enough to put in a nice frame. And the cool part is we have a second one. Both of those you can actually get as media books, which is cool. Same here, Nicolas Cage on the top. They really want to show this. And this art right here, beautiful too, shows you the cast in different states of distortion with a big eye or a meteor below here. So it's beautiful. I think this is a beautiful box, absolutely crazy. Last but not least, we have the actual box. We got a slight tear and a little bit of a fold in here. I don't know why. Probably happened during production. It happens. Again, an alpaca in the back. So the style is done perfectly. And the digipack is done amazingly well. We have the meteor here, Jolie Richardson and Nicolas Cage and the children here with the alpacas. Even this kind of fits. That's nice. Another alpaca on the back here with the sheriff, and I believe that's Ward, that's the hydrologist. And you already see what is happening here. We can unfold it. Let's see if we can actually get it on screen. It's a full unfold picture. This is wide, this is very wide, and it shows pretty much essentially the whole movie. Beautiful. All the colors of the rainbow. A lot of purple though. Amazing. Guys, let me tell you, this is work. Damn. And then we have all the discs here with some purplish spacey background, color out of space, the actual movie, the bonus disc, Die Monster Die on this disc, The Curse from 1987 on this, 2010's German, The Color here, that's the soundtrack disc, and we have the color out of space in Ultra HD. So with an rated R movie even in here, this is quite a bit. Sad part, it is a bit folded here. I think we'll have to check if I can actually see it. Oh, maybe a little bit. We'll see if I can actually straighten it out, but otherwise I think beautiful box, all included. And if you're a fan of horror movies and Nick Cage, this is the way to go, I would really say so. But you see it is huge, but how huge is it actually? Little high-tech feature, and we got a whip-in almost 31 centimeters, meaning over 12 inches. And it also weighs a lot, 1,372 grams, over a kilogram. God damn, but those are only numbers. Let's get it into perspective. First, Nicolas Cage's last movie, Mandy, in the media book, beautiful. And second, Richard Stanley's pretty much cult classic now, Hardware Mark 13. So I believe this should give you a perspective that this right here won't fit in any shelf. So there you had the full look over the Ultimate Edition for The Color Out of Space by H.P. Lovecraft by Richard Stanley. Is it good? Yes, it is very good. It's a full package, but that comes at a price. Nevertheless, We'll look over it really quick. Just see that it stays there. The packaging is beautiful, but it's prone to damage, as you've seen. It was probably already damaged during packaging, meaning the cut and everything in the inside or the tear. So not too cool, but this box right here is beautifully done, and this is actually in perfect condition, and this is pretty much what counts. And the cool part is that you can, of course, take the digipack out and put it directly on the shelf, and you can have all of this packaged or stored or whatever. Will you stay? God damn. We're gonna do it like this. So, on the shelf or anywhere else, preferably I would say where some sun goes in there, you know, because this print is pretty beautiful. I hope this comes over right, like in some way, shape or form. With this movement you should see a little bit of this already. So the appearance overall then, as you see this and with the posters and everything, beautiful. I think this is how you should do a movie. Same with the bonus content. The movie alone comes in 4 discs. We have the Blu-ray, we have the 4K, we have the bonus disc, and we have the soundtrack, the excellent soundtrack by Colin Stetson. I put this inside the movie with it, with a rating. To perfection. I didn't look too deep into the bonus material, I gotta say, because the last few days I took some time with the 4 movies, and it was quite a lot. That was quite a lot, as you might have heard. The disc menu is functional. That's all there is. The execution overall with this and also what Richard Stanley did, I think this almost amounts to perfection. There are, let's combine this please with the movie, all right? There are certain lengths inside the movie where on the one hand I believe it could have been done better, but on the other hand, maybe not even that. Because all those lengths, the cinematography, the soundtrack, the acting, the visualization of everything, I think this surmounts to one package, and the lengths I think actually need to be in there. Because you have a lot of zoomed out shots, a lot of panning shots with a lot of visual effects, with the purple, with the magenta, showing what the color out of space, this weird organism, is actually doing to the woods, to the farmlands of the gardeners, to the animals, to the mines, to everything. And I think there was no other way. So these lengths, while there is in certain reviews it's a critique point, to me it actually isn't, because if you lay back, you know, the room is dark. Like I watched it with some kind of light to the side and everything, and you have these eerie visualizations coming at you. It's like a trip, and it's actually trying to suck you in and to sell you this world that was first written by H.P. Lovecraft and then brought to beautiful, perfect life by Richard Stanley and his team. I don't think that's a negative point, the length. I really gotta think so. It's a point that you feel, but it's not negative. And the value for price for this packaging, I think with 4 movies, the posters, the digipack packaging, this with the partial varnishing, I mean, we have 4 movies in here. You know, we have 4 movies. We have the old Die Monster Die, German title, Das Grauen auf Schloss Whitley. Then we, from 1965 that is, or 67? 65 or 67, sorry. Then we got 1987's The Curse with Will Wheaton. Then we have 2010's The Color, Die Farbe, German. And we have this movie right here. So when you think 20 bucks for each movie, that's 80 bucks already. With the bonus stuff in here, I think this is worth 120. Selling this for 90, I think this is good. It's still a lot, but I think it's good. So that's my point for it. But it doesn't matter what I say. You know, the woman of the house also needs to tell you what she's thinking. Lily cat. No? No likey? And as most women, she thinks it's too expensive. At least I would say so that she thinks that is. So with this, I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you did, I hope I can welcome you at my next video. Tonight I will be guest on Lucas Butt's Wrestling with Evil. We will have a little bit of an interview and also some kind of favorite tire. I believe he wants to do Tekken. So we'll look at that, how that's rolling. And otherwise, I can only tell you, see you next time. Be good, be well. Thanks for watching, appreciate it. Bye.